I am Fu Lao, and I come this morning to speak on the sacred art of poise and presence. Dearest ones, when you pause to consider God within, when you are wrapped in the enrapturing light of your presence, in the stillness of the moment, in the sacredness of silence, poise manifests. Your aura glistens, and your heart is all aglow with fire. Those who have developed themselves, often over eons of time, through the sacred art of meditation, using the holy breath to calm and still the mind. Develop poise as a powerful spiritual tool to maintain the light within, the connection with their source, the centeredness and the balance and the harmony that is required to access godliness and all of its glory and beauty and all of its grace. When you are poised through this centeredness state of being, you may receive all wisdom, all truth, for it flows naturally within your calm aura, into your heart and through your mind, to envelop you in its understanding and divine gnosis. When you are poised, you make right decisions because the truth of the moment is revealed unto you, and you simply enter that wise state of being where your choices are optimal and the glory of God is present because you have calmed all to receive that direct communique within the center of your being from on high. Those who have practiced the science of stillness through deep contemplation upon the reality of Godhood can access the higher world's wisdom and that divine knowledge that leads one to the source of all that is true, real, and harmonic. When you are poised, you will feel the power of your presence manifesting as the Shekinah glory of God right within the folds of your garments of light. And you will know with a certainty, yea, with a cosmic certitude, that God rules your world, that the Divine One inhabits your being, that the All Buddha is within you because you have risen to accept fully your Buddha nature, your divine essence, and the culture, and all the reference points of light that then demonstrate that you have reached, through that calm state, oneness with all life. The monkey mind is an interesting anomaly for mankind living upon earth, who have become disassociated from this oneness state by allowing the ego to hold sway within their lives. And it is a great work to let go fully of this carnal unreality and allow Hanuman to displace that monkey mind, and the great avatars of light east and west to lead you to the fount of stillness where poise exists, both as a possibility and now a reality, because there is not the erratic and chaotic dissonance of that lesser mind influencing your thoughts, your feelings, and displacing intuition with inanity and unreality. Blessed hearts, over China I teach this art of poise, because it is necessary, especially in this earth at this time, for many to know this harmonic state within the singularity of God, where you are not swayed left or right, up or down, within the dynamics of dialectic living. You know your source. You know the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending of who you are as already one with Source. And centered in that poised state of inner beingness, you feel as an empath the light of every other being as a part of self, and the essence of yourself as a part of every other being. How can you know this reality? How can you sustain this state of being? That is the crux of the question of every hour, of every moment of your life. Remaining poised in your presence is the key to sustaining your divine identity, blessed hearts. And that poise is maintained through love, wisdom, and the power of it acts as an assuaging and comforting energy field that provides you with the exact impetus of beingness to sustain that grace state and to feel connected ever to your God source. When you choose to walk in the light and feel your body temple as a living reality and as an extension of the one being of God, You live in that eternal now moment, and grace abides within you, and the light sustains you in its magnificent glory. You may have noticed some who have developed this ability, whether through exercises of light, whether through meditative practices, whether through deep contemplative prayer, all come to that same fount of inner beingness through poise, to then be expressive of their own godliness, their own eternal nature of light. You have heard of the brother who practiced the presence. Oh, what an inspiration to those in the West to know this science that we in the East have practiced for eons. Maintaining the peaceable kingdom within one's consciousness affords the soul the ascending currents that allow it to transcend the human plane into the divine realm of godliness and light. So choose poise if you would be daring to be godly every moment. Choose to live at the nexus and the core of beingness, heart-centered always, and realizing your God nature as your reality. Bring heaven to earth through the singularity of your source, embedded and etched within the crystal chamber of your heart. And through this understanding, through this realization, you will make greater progress on your path, and all of the dissonance, the divisiveness, the non-creative, non-focused unreality of life in 3D will dissolve, and the Mayic soup transmuted before your very eyes will then reveal the glory of God and what poise brings you to as spirit life again. If you feel an uncomfortability in maintaining stillness, then self-assess and realize that you may also be required to upgrade other things in your life, including your diet, your time away from social media and all manner of distractions. You may choose more silence, less speaking, and apply yourself within the science to the art of purity and oneness through stillness. I can say that from my vantage point, the effort to maintain poise will be worth the temporary human inconveniences of letting go of much of what you experience in your human plane of being, For then, dearest ones, you will have revealed unto you many ancient secrets of the adepts that will bring you to the higher founts of holy wisdom, where truth abides in its infinitude and divine power to transform worlds, solar systems, galaxies, and cosmoses untold. If you would like more teaching on this subject, I invite you to come above China to my home of light, near Kuan Yin's retreat over Beijing, where I too emanate mercy, forgiveness, and holy wisdom to billions of souls who look up to receive more than they know humanly in order to be liberated from the temporary shackles of an ignoble regime that is attempting through all manner of darknesses to enslave the souls of the Chinese and then of virtually all of mankind. They have no lasting power, dearest hearts. The only power that can act in the lives of the initiates is God. Realize this, and then you will ever be free to pursue your higher walk with your source among the clouds and the stars, among the immortals and those who have breached this plane to experience universality and immortality divine. I will be there, poised, giving my mudras, sitting in silent meditation, awaiting those who are ready to learn more about themselves that can only be discerned through cosmic stillness and sacred silence. Thank you. Fu Lao is showing me this beautiful temple that has been created in the etheric, where he receives initiates and the souls of divine aspirants of light east and west. It is a very simple yet very powerful retreat with a pagoda type environment, bamboo, but it's made out of light, of course, but it looks bamboo. Buildings, mats where you sit, and little cushions or pillows where you meditate. Gentle, quiescent pools of water outside, meditation areas. It's a place for deep contemplation. At times there is the singing of very simple mantras and chanting songs of light. There is a time for the conveyance of knowledge and understanding, both silently and telepathically, and for some they hear it orally, but it's basically telepathic. And many come who have already learned to a certain extent the art of meditation and silence. And the poise that they develop is profound during their time with Fu Lao, who himself is a friend of Lao Tzu, especially of Lord Lanto and other Eastern masters. He mentioned Kuan Yin. And together they have already created a culture on the etheric plane that really is the true China or Chinese culture that the masters desire to bring into manifestation again on earth that existed in past ages. So during this time of the Olympics in Beijing, it's a great time to focus on the Eastern and the Golden and the Yellow Ray Masters to help reveal to humanity what is transpiring with the Uyghurs and the attacks on those who practice Falun Gong, etc., and to bring about a transformational change permanently over and within China to allow freedom to reign, prosperity in the divine way to manifest for everyone, rather than the hoarding of money by the powers that be and the hoarding of resources and everything, and the common person not having really the abundant life that they could have, both spiritually and physically. So thank you, beloved Fu Lao. And Fu Lao is the twin flame of a very cherished heart friend that some of you know. I won't reveal her name today, but she knows who she is. And I'm very, very, very grateful that we received this teaching today, because I think it was very beautiful. And I think this is an important heart stream.